Hey guys, Adam here. We just got the patch for 2022, patch 1 for Season 1, and it included a lot of updates to Daytona. I have run a lot of I'm sorry. I've run a lot of laps here at Daytona over the last few weeks in preparation for the D24. I think according to VRS, I ran something like a little over 1,000 laps last week alone at Daytona. So I feel like I know this track really well right now. I'm still slow, but I know the track. So apparently we got some surface updates. And the big thing I'm really curious to check out are the new curbs in the bus stop and anything else. Get rid of that. That may have also changed. So let's go ahead and let's jump right in. Let's just roll out through the pits and see what happens. I know we got some texture updates to the track. Ooh, this looks new. This little part of pit exit, there's some color variation. It looks like we got some cracks. Now I've got my graphic settings pretty close to maxed out. That's neat. I don't know if it's really worth anything, but it's neat. Cones look a little different too. I mean, I don't know why that would matter. Apparently they updated these curbs. Okay, so that white line looks a little different. And they updated the curbs in turn 5 too. So let's get on up here to turn 5. And let's slow roll through turn 5. I don't really see any curb updates. Do they? No, they feel about the same. Now there was a weird little bump right here that would push out. These curbs look a little different. They look a little more worn. I don't know how much I paid attention to the exit curb, which I think it extends further now, too. I don't know if that exit curb extended all the way down here. I don't know if there are any updates to turn 7. Looks about the same to me. Will probably be just as dangerous. The oval I know was laser scanned, but the oval in the P2... There's so much downforce here, even if you've got all of the wings turned off. Alright, so here's the bus stop. Okay, so the yellow line looks different. I saw some dashes in the yellow line. I remember seeing that in the patch notes. They got rid of the pole. There was a pole here on the fence. The new fencing looks good. But right here at the... Let me get my mouse in here. Hopefully my mouse is being captured by it. There was a pole, like right here by the number 1. That's what I used to, like, that was my visual braking reference, was my distance to that pole, depending on what car I was in. Oh, that's going to mess me up. Alright, I'm going to have to get used to that. But the new fencing looks good. Alright, so here's the curbs. So the entrance curb looks about the same. This right-hander here looks about the same. And there's our big sausage curb. That is going to be scary in a P2. I don't know if they updated the cones here. This looks fresh. Okay. A little bumpier there, but it looks a little cleaner. It looks like they opened up the grass there as well. But I'm going to have to do a flying lap to really see. And the other thing I'm curious, too, is if they updated... There's a bump in turn 1 that I don't like. You have to stay inside it or outside it, and if you hit it, it can really screw up turn 1. Oh, and they made some updates too to like hit thing now. So it was right about here. Oh, the bump was still there, but it felt a little smaller. Okay, so these curbs are all the same. I don't really see any difference other than an updated white line there. So I don't quite know what they changed. Okay, so the bump that was there that would kind of force you out onto the exit curb through turn 5 feels smoother. So that's huge, because I struggle with hitting that bump the wrong way sometimes. That's big for me, at least. Oh, this new fencing looks so good up here on NASCAR. Going into the bumps, or the bus stop. Oh, okay. Well, they moved. They moved where 3, 2, and 1 boards are, too. Because that, in the old track, I'm going to reset the car. That pole that was my braking marker was right at the 1. Okay, so I need to remember that that is no longer the same. Okay, this is crazy. All right, let's get back out there. Thankfully, this is a solo session. I don't get black flags for speeding in pits. I'm going to try to really push turn 5 and see if I can tell where that bump's there. I see some little striations in the asphalt that I don't know if I ever recall seeing before. I pushed a little too hard, but I didn't feel that bump. I gotta remember to bind a TC cut to my wheel here, because this car does not exactly have a tight turning radius. But the curbs look like they've got some paint wear added to them. Alright. So my old braking zone has to change. Or at least that my reference, excuse me, my reference. Alright, so I'm going to brake at the 2. Alright, that's too early. But the new entrance curb's super smooth. Okay, I kind of hit the sausage there. It didn't disrupt the car too much, but I'm going to really try this next time by to push. Just got to figure out where my new brake reference is. Braking at the 2 is too early. Braking at the 1 is too late. So I'm going to just kind of try to be somewhere in between. Yeah, that turn 1 bump is smooth. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you, iRacing. Yep. That little dip is still there, but it's no longer as severe, and it doesn't throw the car, because I just hit it, and I felt the car kind of, you know, a little whoop. I don't know if you actually saw my hand gesture with that camera position there. But I could feel the car, like, sink down a bit, but it didn't throw out to the curb like it usually does. Alright, so the 2's too early, the 1's too late. There's a new pole there. Entrance feels super smooth, super smooth. Okay, don't hit the sausage. And that's it. The car's dead. Let's exit out here and take a look at this replay real quick. All right, so there we go. Don't hit the sausage curb in a P2. But the new entrance to the bus stop feels amazing. And that just did it. Okay. So there you go. So if you're running the 24 hours of Daytona in about a week and a half from now, depending on when you're watching this video, it might be even sooner, and you're driving the LMP2 class, don't hit the sausage. So that's it. Just a super quick look at the updates to Daytona. I like what iRacing's done. That sausage curb scares me, but I think that's going to help out some of the slower drivers, because a lot of the fast guys will be right on the limit. I mean, you can shave a lot of time if you get that bus stop exit just right. And some of the slower drivers who go a little wider through that last right-hand corner well, what it's iRacing's doing now is you're forcing, and it's not even iRacing because that curb exists now at the real track. You're forcing those faster guys to go a little wider through that right-hander, which should kind of help equalize that corner a little more, if that makes sense. At least in my mind, it does. But that's it. Download the update if you haven't already. I mean, you probably have. Who am I talking about? Go in there, get some testing, and if you're racing the 24 Hours of Daytona this year for 2022, good luck to you.